Well, hello everyone. I hope that your day is going absolutely amazing whenever this video finds you. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Alyssa. It is so nice to meet you. If you are not new here, then welcome back to my channel. I am glad that you are here and joining us, and I hope that you are subscribed. So as you can see, if you recognize this footage, my nails are different. I filmed my entire spread and half of the data was corrupted. So I actually pulling this little walkthrough of the kit from my haul a couple weeks ago because I actually just gotten it recently. So I figured I want to show you what the kit looks like. So I kind of went in, stole that footage of just going through the kit before we jump in, which means I don't have my base laid out on camera, but you're going to see my base kind of done and then me going through my day. So this will be the last video where I don't lay down my base on camera. And next week, just as you guys had said, I will lay down my base on camera. Videos will again be a little bit longer, but you guys seem to be liking that. So we'll do that. And then of course, I'll keep it panned in just like you guys had suggested. So here we are jumping in. Again, my base is down. Can I just say this kit from Anne Hearts Planning is so flipping gorgeous. I can't. I was like, oh, do I scrap the video when half the stuff was corrupted? And I hadn't filmed my base on camera anyways, like I had said in my comments last week. But the whole first half of me flipping through it and going through it was completely gone and corrupted. So it's kind of a bad luck video in terms of that, but I hope that this spread makes up for it because this spread and this kit is probably one of my favorites. I love it. And what I did for this is I pulled my florals from Letters to Apollo into this as well. The greens and the green pinks, and then the blues went really beautiful. So I actually pulled all of those in. So you're going to see a couple of different florals that aren't from this kit, but that you can match if you're looking for something different or you're like me and forgot to buy deco. This worked out really well for me, but I love it. So I hope that you'll forgive me and join and subscribe and join me next week for, again, back to the normal panned in, of course, we'll pan in video. So yeah, this kit blew me away. I have to say, just looking at the spread, it definitely went overboard and extra with the foil and the florals, but I honestly think it looks perfect. There's nothing about this spread that I would probably change. By the way, if it sounds a little bit more echoey, I'm in a different part of my house today. I'm actually in the kitchen with my dogs. I'm hanging out with them. I didn't want to leave them and hide upstairs in my office, well, my desk area place in my room that works as my office. And so if you hear squeaking, that's just my chair. So, all right, so popping it down my beautiful sidebar up top, I used florals from Letters to Apollo. And then I also used a beautiful, what's it called? A butterfly foil piece from Letters to Apollo as well from older $2 Tuesday from a couple of months ago. And then I also have a beautiful what looks like a little hand-drawn heart from Pretty Pinko, and then some little speckles and hearts from Pretty Pinko as well. So again, all my florals are from Letters to Apollo. I'm going to kind of blanket that a little bit. And then all of my foils are from Plan with Nicolette, Honey Inked, what else? Simply Beautiful Plans, and Christine's Paper Studio as well. So they're kind of that's a little blanket of all the different florals and foil embellishments that I use. Obviously I show, I believe, every single sheet once, so you'll be able to see what I'm using. I just this sidebar alone is so pretty. I can't. These are super cute too. These little headers, they are from Letters to Apollo, I believe. I think I just showed them. And the really pretty little hanging thing is from Letters to Apollo as well. And those I actually purchased off a friend who was destashing. She was destashing a bunch of foil, so I grabbed a bunch of little pieces from her, and I love it. And these little corner leaves are from Simply Beautiful Plans, Letters to Apollo, one of the two. I have to double check. I believe it's Letters to Apollo. It definitely is Letters to Apollo now that I think about it. So yeah, take a look at how beautiful these are. These little vine leaves are from Honey Inked, and I use them all throughout the spread as well. And of course, as usual, I will go through my whole week. I did start kind of putting together, because a lot of you guys had said you liked when I put together some of my boxes on the sticker paper instead of doing it off camera. So I went back and I did this, and this really pretty little wreath is from Dash of Sun Designs, and so are these work pieces as well, the little work scripts. And I actually really love them. They're so, so cute. So I love it. This spread, I'm looking at it now and I'm just so happy with it. It's so beautiful. All right, so on Monday I worked. This is the first full week of August, starting on the 2nd of August and ending on the 8th, and it was a pretty standard week. I didn't do anything too crazy, but I did kind of document more of this week than I have in the past, so you'll see a little bit more of what I'm doing in my day-to-day. I really love this. But I did start working out again. It is my second last week of my energy exchange with my yoga studio. I am super sad. I actually just finished it out yesterday in real time, and I'm very sad about it. I love that studio, but with the move coming and school coming and work, I was feeling a little overwhelmed with having to give. Not having to give, I don't mind giving my time, but I also wasn't going any other day but the day that I was energy exchanging, and I still found that to be a little challenging, especially if I was coming home from work, or days like yesterday where I had a whole bunch of stuff I had to do here and then kind of stopping it at 4:30 and going. So I had to make that decision to leave a couple weeks earlier than I had initially planned. By the way, these icons here, this icon in particular is from White Deer Stationery. I normally would pull in my paper bits characters, but for some reason I was feeling more icons in this spread than I was characters, and I'll probably go back to using my everyday characters. That doesn't say that she doesn't have some cute icons. I actually just forgot to pull those icons more than anything from paper bits, so I will definitely incorporate those again next week. I had some set aside and then I forgot to just reach for them, and so that is completely on me. By the way, I do PR for a whole bunch of shops. If you are new here, all of my codes are down in the description box below. I do PR for Letters to Apollo, and that my code for that is Alyssa10 for 10% off your entire order, plus my freebie. Who else have I mentioned? Christine's Paper Studio. I also PR for her, and she did just release the other day. I picked up a gorgeous autumnal kit from her, and my code for her is Alyssa30 for 30% off your entire order. How amazing is that? It's so great. Plus, you'll get my freebie, which is super cool. And then I also PR for Simply Beautiful Plants, who did those super cute scripts, especially that vitamin script that I use all the time. And my code for her is Alyssa for 15% off your entire order, plus my freebie. And then Dash of Sun Designs I also mentioned, and my code for her is Alyssa10 for 10% off your order and my freebie. I think it's everyone so far. Oh, and Pretty Pinko, and that is Alyssa15 for 15% off your order plus my freebie. All right, so that evening on Monday, I worked out. I used the White Deer Stationery kettlebells, and then I also filmed. I used the White Deer Stationery camera and the film script from Simply Beautiful Plans. She does custom scripts. I actually just ordered a set from her recently, and then I also did some laundry that evening, and I used the limited edition pink laundry icon from White Deer Stationery as well. And then on Tuesday, I went on an early morning hike with Natty. Look how pretty these florals look. I really like how it turned out, especially with the little dog icon, the leash icon from Crafts by Towie. I am going to give a lot of props here to Rachel from Gathered Plans, Shantae Plans, and Plan Mosh Plans as well, because their layering inspo definitely inspired me here. I love how it turned out, and I totally took from them and all of their beautiful little videos that I watch, and I love how it turned out. So thank you for inspiring us as an entire community, and I really love that you are so wonderful and so gracious about being such an inspiration to all of us. So I hope I speak for a lot of us when I say that. At least I know for me. All right, so after that, I used some super cute little heart scripts with a leaf. And again, those heart scripts are from Pretty Pinko. And then I used a Sadie stickers quarter box from one of her freebies in her most recent sale, I believe her birthday sale. And I layered that with a little quarter box again from the kit. And I used a Crafts by Towie YouTube bow icon to just mark off that my video was live that day, and that day I believe the video was my haul, one of my hauls. So yeah, in the evening I had to do a quick dog food run. My parents were going out of town and I was watching their dog as well as Natty, because we are still here. We haven't left to our condo yet. And I used a White Deer Stationery dog food, I guess, icon, and it's super cute. And then I also went out with my mom that evening. I had to pick up a Keurig. I was looking for a Keurig. Walmart had a really great sale on them, actually. I was going to grab one from Amazon, but then I just randomly checked Walmart. I almost walked away with like a Tiffany blue one, and every part of me wanted to do it. Or I was looking for a white one specifically because all of our appliances on our register are white, and all of the appliance and the sparkle that I purchased was white. So I kind of wanted our appliances, like little appliances, to match. So, but they didn't have a white one. I haven't been able to find a white one anywhere. So I finally caved and just bought an all black one because our kitchen is very neutral with blacks and whites and grays. So it worked out quite well. And yeah, and then I used a kit or an icon from the kit for that as well. And then on Wednesday, I hope you're liking this panned in view. All of you guys were so in favor of it last week. So I'm definitely going to continue this now that I've learned how to do it. Not going to lie, the only reason I didn't is because I didn't know how to do it. And then this was the day that my sparkle arrived. I used a box, like a package box icon from the kit itself. And a sparkle is, because some of you guys I mentioned it in a recent video that I ordered one. It's basically a soda stream without the carbon dioxide canisters. I believe it said it used baking soda and citric acid, similar to a bath bomb, I think, where it creates the bubbles that way. And you have in these little, I think they're biodegradable tubes, and you use those instead, which I really like because those canisters are great. But for someone who isn't going to actively go out and get them filled, especially where we are, there's not many places where I can get those filled and or buy them. And I will always, knowing me, buy the wrong size because I know my mom does it, and I always get the wrong one too for the one that we have here. It just worked out better, and I was able to grab a box of 100 of them too to go with it. So it's basically the same thing. I recommend looking it up. I think they're Canadian. I'm not 100% sure. The prices weren't Canadian, so I'm assuming that they were. And yeah, so it's called a sparkle, and they have all different colors. We just grabbed one in white, and you can infuse the water with with fruits as well. And you could do it right in the bottle, which is something you can't do with the soda stream because you can contaminate the nozzle. So that was really exciting for me. I'm someone who really likes flavored water. I don't mind regular water. I love water. But if I could throw in a bunch of fruits in there, I think that would be really fun and really pretty and really tasty. So yeah, that's what that is. Definitely check them out. Not sponsored if anyone is wondering. I actually saw them on the Birds Papaya's Instagram. She did it, and I was like, this is perfect, this is what I want, when she did the thing with them, and I believe she had a code too, so if that helps. And then on Wednesday was a big day for us. We actually went and did our condo walkthrough that day. So we were up early, went to the condo downtown with my mom. I wanted her, I don't know what to expect in a condo. I'm really lucky where I've lived with my family for a long time, and now that this was being built, I wasn't quite sure what I was looking for, so she came with me, and then Nathan came as well, and that way when I am decorating, I have someone to bounce the ideas off of. As much as I love Nathan, he's really, really helpful. My fiance is colorblind, so he doesn't really help in terms of color. It doesn't really help when I'm kind of like, what color would be nice in this? And I need someone just to bounce those ideas off of, and so that way she could see it and I could see it, and then she helped me see what I was looking for in terms of anything that was missing or anything that wasn't right. And there were a couple things missing, and that's when we found out that we're not sure if it's going to be ready on time, to be honest. So yeah, that was that. It was an interesting day. Kind of eye-opening, a little disheartening, but so far it still says August 19th. So I'm assuming we're all good still. And then I also, where did I go? I ran to Lush. I have a friend who works there, and I picked up some stuff. So I went to visit her and grab some goodies. So I did a quick Lush and pickup, and then I also had to pick up the shoes that I ordered. I picked up a pair of shoes for a friend's wedding. Heels, because I haven't worn heels, and I'm telling you, I kid you not, in 2 years, probably more. My fiance is just taller than I am, so I actually don't wear heels around him. So I picked up a pair of heels, and they were ready. They were actually, I got the email as I walked in the mall to pick up my Lush stuff. I also had to go dress shopping that day. And I grabbed my shoes. So that was really exciting. And they were at bomb price. I was very excited for that. And then my haul went I filmed my haul. Sorry. I filmed my haul that day. And that was the haul that just went up on Tuesday. It was like a little mini haul, nothing too crazy. So that went up. I hope that you watch it. If not, I'm going to have it linked in the description box below. And then I use these. Look how pretty these little florals are. They're from Plan with Nicolette. She is a newer Canadian shop. She was really kind. I think I hauled her in my last video. I did. And she was super kind and reached out and asked if I would PR for her and spread the word. Of course, I love supporting new shops, and especially if they're Canadian. I think it's really fun and really kind of her. So I definitely said yes. And so I do have a code for you. It's down in the description box for you as well. And her shop is Plan with Nicolette. And then that day we worked on training. So I actually brought Natty to the park and I put her on her training leash that day. And I threw the ball, and it was just to get her attention when she was a little bit distracted and work on her recall. So I used a really pretty little floral circle from one of the City Stickers freebies. Actually, I think is it the same one? No, it's not the same one that the other one came from, but it came in the same sale. And then I used a Crafts by Towie cute little icon from the dog collection that she put out. And I honestly need to grab another one because they're super cute and I'm already running out of some of them. So yeah, and then after that I had a late work day. So I used a half floral, I guess, circular box from Letters to Apollo from an older $2 Tuesday. And I love it. It's so, so cute. And then I used some, again, more florals. I also used florals from Miss and Meow. That's what I wanted to say. I used a couple florals from Miss and Meow, and then also from House of Stickers UK. So I used some different pieces from her as well. So she'll be down in the description box below because I do PR for her as well. And my code is Alys15 for 15% off your order plus my freebie. And I think this is the first time I've used her stuff in my kit now that I've got pieces from her. And I also just got an order from her that I'm going to be hauling in about a week or two. So I'm just waiting for a couple more things to come out. So it's a nice full haul. And then on Friday, my parents flew out that morning. So I used this Giving Girl bow box in ash. It's ash gray in rose gold. And I do have a code for you. I am an affiliate for Giving Girl, and my code is Alyssa10 for 10% off your entire order as well. And then again, my florals. And then I actually had to rush Theo to the vet that afternoon. We were dropping him off to play while Natty was in preschool the next day. And I found out that they told me that he was missing one of his shots. They forgot to give it to him the last time he was there back in January for his shot roundup. So I actually had to rush him there and get him, I believe it was his parvo. So I used a Crafts by Towie. It looks like a little vaccine thing from the sheet, and then another quarter box from Sadie Stickers just to mark that off. And then I actually had that day off. So I mostly chilled except for having to run around and get him set up for that. And then I also ran to Winners that day. I picked up a dress kind of on a whim to see if I liked it for the wedding I have to go to this coming weekend. And I think I'm going to end up wearing it. I bought a whole bunch of a couple of dresses. You know, when you buy a couple to try them on and kind of decide, I finally settled on one. It is a blue dress. It is super cute. I'm really excited to wear it. And I'm also very excited for Jess's wedding, and I'm excited for that, which is coming up in a couple of days. And then I used a day off script from Letters to Apollo. Above, I used a clock icon from a freebie from White Deer Stationery. And then I marked off a little bit of me time, and I used a script from Christine's Paper Studio, another floral half, I guess, circular box from Letters to Apollo, and then a candle from White Deer Stationery as well, which, as you can see, I think I fell behind. Oh no, there it is. I was like, oh, what's going on? And this is me kind of just cutting the flower to fit, which is, again, super inspired from Rachel Plans, or Gathered Plans Rachel. Thank you so much for that, because I love the way that they actually fit in boxes, and I love the script as well. I want to talk about how cute the script is and how different the foiling is. I love looking at the way that different shops foil. I know I had my way of foiling. Mind you, this has been almost 2.5 years ago when foiling really just started. That's when I had reopened my shop and then shut it down because I got into nursing school, and it's almost 3 years ago now. And then it got too busy for me. So for a lot of you guys who ask if I'm going to be opening, if I plan on opening, I don't, at least not for the foreseeable future. Maybe in a year or two I'll consider it, but I found that I love to design. I had so much passion for designing. I really liked it. Filling orders just got I love to fill orders, don't get me wrong. It just got to be enough. And when you have a lot going on, like school and a job, it just really pulled me back. Some people are amazing at compartmentalizing and wanting to do things and like really turning their business into something fantastic. I just didn't think that was in the cards for me. So when I got into nursing school, I wanted to go all in into my career, and I ended up closing. And I have so much respect for people who can work, run a career, run a household, and still have their shop. Like, I have so much respect for these beautiful shop owners, and I don't know how you do it, because it just wasn't for me, at least at the time. So mind you, I am a little different now that I'm kind of partially in school and also doing something a little different, but I'm enjoying my time. And more than anything, I love to PR. If you ever want me to do some sort of like a question answer about PRing or had any questions particular, let me know. I don't mind answering it. I love to PR. For me, I love supporting people. I'm just that kind of a person. I like seeing friends and shops thrive, especially when they put so much work into what they do. I have so much respect for them. And being able to PR and do this and film like this means so much to me. So this is more my speed. And PRing has always been something I've loved. So the moment I started, I think the first shop I ever PR'd for was Simply Beautiful Plants. And it's been almost 2.5 years with her. And holy cow. And I still PR with her for this day, and I have so much respect for Amy because she runs a household and a business, and it's amazing, and I love being able to do that. So yeah, ever since I kind of went into it, I went like full, like all into it, and it just makes me happy. So that's, for those who are wondering why I PR or why I do this, that's kind of it. And then why I film. I'm really creative, so this is where I've channeled that want to like design. This is where my creativity comes in. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys ask me questions in IMs about PRing and all that kind of stuff. So I hope that answered your questions. On Saturday, now that I've talked a lot, on Saturday it was my weekend on, so I worked. Again, I used a circular scallop circle from Dash of Sun with my work script from Dash of Sun, and then some florals from Plan with Nicolette, Letters to Apollo, Simply Beautiful Plans, and I've got some hearts from Pretty Pinko and a rose from House of Stickers UK. And then Natty actually had her first full day of preschool that day, so that's what I'm just marking off right now. I used a super cute little, you'll see it, icon from, I hear her doing something. She's gotten into something. I can hear it. Holy Moses. From Crafts by Towie. And another one of those half boxes from CD Stickers. For those wondering if I ran and checked on her, I did. She actually found one of the treats that she'd hidden and was just chewing on it. Thank the heavens. She is so sneaky. I can't. Her personality has really started to come through. And she's mischievous. That's for sure. We actually just registered her for obedience classes. We're having some issues with recall with her. She gets really distracted on walks, so it's really hard to recall her. And I think it's a pot cake thing. They tend to be really, really smart, because her in particular, her main breeds look like they're Doberman and Collie. That seems to be what the vet thinks. And both breeds are incredibly intelligent. So I've got a very smart little dog on my hands. She's managed to learn to open up things that she really shouldn't be. So it's interesting. That night, when I got home, we kind of just chilled. We watched some Netflix, watched some documentaries. I cooked dinner. I used my Netflix script in a second from Letters to Apollo. And then I'm actually going to use a cooking kind of utensil script from White Deer Stationery. It's again from one of her freebies. By the way, I have so many of her freebies because I'm constantly ordering from her that I have almost a full sheet of like each of those stickers. I need to just calm down. But I have to say, I really do like her icons. I think they're beautiful and super dainty. And in scripts that really call for icons over characters, they really, really work. I tend to bounce between the both for most spreads anyways, because I love a mix of icons and then paper bits, codes, characters. But yeah, so that's kind of that. They're all just so fun to use. But yeah, and then I also popped in an order for our place. I purchased a pan and a plate set from them for our new place. I love that it's an 8-in-1 and I don't have to buy so many pans because we don't have a ton of space that we're working with. So yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. So I'm just filling out my sidebar. I'm also going to be adding in a couple of embellishments before you see the final product. And there you are. So enjoy while I put on embellishments. I'm going to pop in some music. I hope you guys have a really safe week, and I will see you on Saturday for my next plan with me, where I will have my base down in the video again. Thank you for that feedback. As always, I truly appreciate it. Stay safe, guys. Bye.